Welcome to Patscast, the unofficial Regina Pats podcast. This is our episode for December 30th, 2018. I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
Greta goes left side of the line. Nikita set on slap pass, tipped and scores. Sergei Okhimov. Zach Wittig, he's into the pad zone, wrists in front. Great save, Max Paddock. Sensational stop off Lyndon McCallum. Nikita sent off to the right point. Left side of the line, Liam Schuler steps into a slap shot and scores! Oh, what a shot, Liam Schuler! And the Pats lead 2-0 here in Prince Albert. Hammered it top corner off the post short side.
Okay, you're going to hear a little extra enthusiasm in our voice today. Today's the Sunday. We just finished watching our Pats beat the Prince Albert Raiders.
Number one team in the country. Gone down at home.
Gone down
first time.
At home. First team to beat them at home. And it was a bit of a... We usually go in chronological order, but we want to just talk about this game because it's really fresh in our minds. And frankly, it was pretty exciting. Bit of a greasy game, I think. We'll agree. We were sitting there chewing our nails there for about, the last 50 minutes of the game?
Yeah, we scored the first two goals there. 8 minutes in,
yeah,
and we hung on for 52 minutes of the game, and that's basically what it was. We hung on.
We did, and I don't want to say that in a negative way, but man, we we were hanging on but they were playing that way too. Like the guys wanted to win that game.
Oh yeah, they were selling out.
They were blocking shots. They were falling all over the place, and they were playing so hard and gutsy. And what a fun game to watch! It was. It's too bad it wasn't at home, and we could have had the home crowd watching it and be part of it, but anyone who didn't get a chance to see it on New Line, it was worth it to watch it. It was a lot of fun. Phil was
jacked up.
He was pumped, and that's awesome. It's been a tough year, but hey, look at after this break, it's been some fun hockey here. We've three game win streak, beat PA, one of the teams we thought we wouldn't have beat this year, the whole year. So, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, definitely. No, it was definite fun.
Dean McNabb, like, are you kidding me? What are the shots in this game? Total, we had 13 shots in total. They had 44.
44.
We had 2 in the third period.
That was indicative of the play. It was in our end the whole
time. We were sitting there just going, oh.
Even the first half of the second period, I don't think we had a shot on net. And then our first shot almost went in from Clayton from the blue line. It trickled through the legs, but the goalie, he flipped over and grabbed it before across the line. That was like our only shot in the first 10 minutes of the second period. I thought, oh man, we're not going to get out of this second period with the lead, and we did.
That was a lot. It was fun. It was fun. We originally thought the game was at 4, so I kind of planned to have supper and we'd watch the game, and then I got bounced back, but to a 6 o'clock start. But anyways, we watched it together, got some pizza, had a beer, and it was fun. It was like, I don't know, I'm happy. I'm just
yeah, no, it was awesome. Yeah, like we didn't expect anything, especially going into PA. You're like, oh yeah, well, we might have a chance with them down a couple guys, but we're like, it's still gonna be a loss.
If anyone was following Twitter, I literally put money on this game.
Yeah, for the Pats to lose by 2 or less.
Yeah.
But hey, outright win.
Yeah,
still won.
I bet 75 cents and won $3. So maybe let it ride next game.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, any specifics you want to get into about this game? As good as it was, as we're pumping it up, there was a lot of penalties.
But that was indicative of the play. Like, they were skating, I wouldn't say skating around us, but they had some speed. They were going, and we were doing that hooking and holding and tripping kind of thing where you're just out of position and you're swinging your stick and taking some penalties. We didn't draw any penalties. Same thing. We didn't have much puck control either, especially in the second and third periods. First period, we had definitely some zone time. But, yeah, we didn't get a power play, but there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I think there should have been one on the Alkamov hit. He got hit from behind into the boards. The ref was right there, no call. I thought that's about the only thing that they could have called, I thought.
Right.
The hot start, like, what,
we
19
were
seconds in?
barely sat down. I didn't know that was part of the game yet, and it was like in the back of the net. And
Probably
great. Yeah.
our best 3 players since the break, probably, together on the line, even before the break.
Yeah. I want to talk about that line. The Nyhoff, Mahovlich, Pierce line is playing so good. Who would have guessed that would have been
Our best line.
our number one line pairing? And here they are, and they've really Nyhoff. We talked with Kevin at the midway episode talking. He mentioned how Nyhoff has it in him, and he just needs to get that monkey off his back. And I mean, it's only been a couple games, but he scored 2 in these last 3 games. So
Yeah. Should have had a third one in the empty net, but somehow it didn't go in.
yeah. That added to the excitement. But I don't. Maybe he's turned a corner here. It's probably, like I said, too early to tell. But I mean, it's good to see 1 goal up until this point. Now he's got 2.
Yeah.
In
He had
3 games.
I can't remember what it was, 6 or 7 goals last year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you expect that and a little more as the next year rolls in, right?
Right.
You expect 10 plus goals, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
maybe we can get a half dozen here in the second half or more, right? So
Yeah.
And Mahovlich, he's been looking good the last few games, even before the break. And same thing with Pierce. Like, you can see the confidence in Pierce's game as well, like we've said before.
Yeah, Pierce. I don't want to jump around the games too much here, but that game, the Brandon game in Regina, he was out there just dangling, like stuff we hadn't seen, and that was fun to watch too. He might, if he can, I don't know what he needs, the confidence or what needs to be next, but
just potting a few more goals maybe.
He might, if he can just finish it off and wrap up, like he's got the hands, it seems like. If he can just get that scoring touch, wow, he could be a pretty dangerous player too. So yeah, that's a really fun line. And again, and speaking of Mahovlich, that fight that he got into, I mean, we were talking earlier about how he was kind of the goon or the fighter last year, but he hadn't done it as much this year. But this fight he got into was like a bit of a game changer, right? Like they had the power play. PA had the power play. Scott gets it down into their end and is kind of grinding in the corner, and Noah Gregor, one of their best players, loses his cool and instigates a fight against Scott, and eventually, so he gets an instigator penalty, and they lose their power play.
And we'll take that trade all day long. Like, their quote unquote best player right now, off the ice for 5 minutes, and we lose Mahovlich. Like, we'll take that trade.
I know, right? Like,
and it eliminates their power play. And so we did get an abbreviated power play. I was wrong. I thought we had no power plays, but we did get part of one. But
just whatever he was doing, and I don't think it was dirty.
No, he just went into the corner, finished his check
Yeah.
on the guy, and tried to tap the puck, and then all of a sudden the camera went back the other way as the puck moved up ice, and all of a sudden they blew it down, and there's a fight going on, and Phil's like, "Oh, Gregor instigated," and sure enough, he got the extra 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So
we won these 3 games. PA really exemplified it, hanging on, because we had to hang on for like a long time, and it was pretty nerve-wracking. But even
both
these 2
Brandon
Brandon games, we hung on. We were not the better team for the whole game. For a lot of it, it felt like. And maybe that's the way this year's going to keep going and end up. But overall, these Brandon games... Well, let's start with the first one on the road in Brandon. So great, we get the win. But, I'm glad to see we're getting the leads. But they haven't ever felt comfortable.
Secure. Yeah, no. Like, at least we're not blowing the leads like we were earlier.
True.
We're hanging on.
Yeah.
If anything, we're going to go to overtime, right? We've got these 1-goal leads, and we're hanging on.
Yeah.
It's a step up, right?
We might get some of these loser points here and there.
But hey, we'll take a win any day, right?
Yeah.
Loser point or not.
Yeah.
We'll take a win. So, like, that game started out, Paddock made a great save early in the game, 2-on-1. We gave up 2-on-1, and it's just like, ooh. But we got a power play, and we scored on it. So
Right. So Paddock has looked great coming back.
Yeah.
Both these games against Brandon, he looked fantastic. McNabb, like we said, he looked great against Prince Albert. And that's what we've talked about is we're going to lean on our goaltenders here with this team, and they really bailed us out.
Yeah, we're gonna live and die by them,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So we need them to play well, and when they do, we can have this success, and that's what we saw. And it was a good game in Brandon. The good first period I really liked, and then we just again let them hang around. You take some penalties. The worst being Nyhoff's there in the third with about 6 or 5 minutes left. He literally tackled the guy.
Yeah, and it's in their end too.
In
He
the
was just
offensive end. Yeah.
he was just battling for the puck, and he kind of instead of pushing the guy off him, he like grabbed him and just threw him down. Like what are you doing? It's at their goal line basically.
And you have a lead.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, that was frustrating one to watch. But then that penalty kill, and that's where another thing that's been awesome is our penalty killing.
The shot blocking is unreal lately.
The guys are selling out still for this team, and
There's no quit right now.
no, not at all. And that particularly this kill,
Yeah,
Zonderveld was down there eating pucks. Like I think he blocked 2 or 3 shots,
At least 2, if not 3.
Yeah,
So a third shot got blocked, but the Brandon feed is so grainy I couldn't tell who it was.
that is a bad, brutal feed from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I thought I was on the wrong channel. Like when you have old school TV, it's like all snowy.
yeah.
Like I thought it was just a snowstorm. Like,
Yeah. And then, unfortunately, Zonderveld promptly takes a penalty after that.
Yeah.
I was like, way to go, Zonderveld. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, thanks. But anyway, but then a gutsy kill after that and block shots again. And we came out of that game with a few players down, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, we'll get into that issue there. You've probably seen the video or the GIFs online and stuff. But Puto started it all. He kind of pushed a guy and he kind of fell down and slid into the boards hard. And Stelio Matheos took exception to that and he cross-checked Puto right in the face. Like, just bad.
When I was watching it, it didn't look like Puto's was that bad, but again, going back to that feed, it's pretty rough, and I don't know, you don't get to see too clearly.
Yeah, you can see he pushes him. He doesn't have the puck or anything, so he wasn't expecting it, and he just kind of lost his balance and slid into the boards hard. Like, I don't think he was even getting a penalty for that. And all of a sudden, just Matheos just runs at him with a stick right up into his face.
Well, he didn't get a penalty for it.
No, he didn't.
No, it was Matheos.
Yeah.
And then, so Matheos out of this got
5 in a game.
5 in a game. Puto's, it took him a little while to figure it out. He was out for that game, injured.
Yeah.
And he ended up being out the next game.
So we weren't sure if it was suspension or injury.
Right.
Because it was still to be determined.
Yeah.
So he sat out the second Brandon game, and then...
Which probably maybe worked out in his favor. I think he probably was maybe still injured. He would have, I don't know.
He might not have played.
Regardless, right. So,
but he was back in there tonight. He only got the 1 game suspension. So he looked fine. He wasn't wearing a cage or anything tonight. So
no. And then Holmesy took a hit from behind, which it wasn't good either.
No, it wasn't.
It was a pretty blatant hit from behind. I think at least the guy was up against the boards.
Yeah,
so
he got sandwiched into the boards. He didn't hit him from behind dangerously like how Pratt got hit late in the Brandon game in the third period, where he went almost head first, but he got his hands up just in time to save himself. But that if the Holmes got 5 a game and a suspension, I don't understand how the hit on Pratt wasn't the same thing, because it was just as dangerous, or it was more dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right.
And so he didn't get anything for that.
He got 2 minutes. That was it. So,
and again, it goes back to the very beginning of the season when we were talking about consistency. Like,
it's all
okay, we'll take the Robbie Holmes. Okay, fine.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Sure, but then this ugly one on Pratt goes. I don't know. I mean, that's where I'm getting frustrated.
And then tonight, the Alkmaar hit was the exact same thing as Pratt, and there was no call.
No call. Not even. Yeah. So
like dangerous spot, goes headfirst into the boards.
Yeah.
Like Yeah, so that's tough. But yeah, it was real chippy. Even at the end of the second period, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, and we end up getting a power play start of the third in that first Brandon game.
Yeah.
Like it was
Yeah.
real chippy there.
It was. How many more games do we have against them?
I'm not sure.
We've played quite a few already. I know we end the season with them, so
We usually do,
yeah.
or yeah, I think we do for sure because we started with PA this year.
We got another home and home in January, and then
really?
yeah,
I bet you it's the last weekend.
yeah. So we
Yeah.
still have 4 games against
4
them.
games against
And they're
Brandon.
home and home, so it's
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah, back to back, right? So
yeah. But Brandon is certainly underperforming this year,
yeah,
I think, because last year they sold
yeah,
and they were still good,
yeah.
and then this year
I thought they'd be.
you thought they would.
I thought they'd be a little.
I
better.
thought they'd be 1 or 2 up there, battling PA at the very least.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be better than this, but
So I don't know
clearly
if they're
not.
frustrated.
yeah. And then losing Matheos, their best player, you can see it's
Yeah.
taken
Yeah.
the wind out of their sails, and they lost again tonight, big to Moose Jaw.
Right? Yeah.
Nice to see Elkamov get a couple goals. Hot start for him here.
Alkamov, yeah, he's I don't know how many goals he scored in the last few games, but he's really picked it up. It's been
Yeah,
that's good. So I don't know, we're starting to kind of put some pieces together here. You know, you get Pierce looking good, maybe Nyhoff now, Alkamov scoring some goals,
Yeah,
Robbie Holmes looks
back.
good
Yeah, come back
after
from injury.
coming back. I don't know, maybe we'll have some exciting these 3 games totally turn around the season for me. I feel way better now. 3 wins, and I know we're
Yeah.
not gonna, make a push here, but at least it feels a little better, a little more fun to be.
Yeah, like we're
Watching them.
officially out of the toilet bowl game now.
Yeah,
We've passed Kootenay,
yeah.
so. But yeah, no, it's nice. Like, how long did it take us to get 3 wins in the first to start the season, right?
Right.
So
So again, I mean, if we're not going to win 3 out of 3 very often, but if they can be competitive and we can get some loser points out of them, even. But
yeah,
where-
like I said, we're hoping for 10 wins in the second half. Like we had 9 in the
Yeah.
first half. We're hoping
Yeah.
for 10, maybe a little more. Well, we've already got 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So
yeah, an interesting stat is post game Phil the Thrill on the Saturday or the Friday game said this is the first team since was it 04
yeah,
that has won
mid-2000s.
the first 2 games after the Christmas break,
Yeah,
which is bizarre. You think of some of these
better teams we've
better
had.
teams, yeah, like not
So-
last, but the year before. So
Yeah, or the year before that, and
yeah. So all in all,
yeah, Alkamov was pumped after getting first star. He
Oh,
gave a
yeah.
little
Yeah.
fist pump. He's like, yeah,
good
first
for
star
him. Good for
when
him.
they
yeah.
announced him. So
Yeah.
that was good.
I thought Paddock deserved one.
Yeah, I don't know
On
how
that
Paddock
Thursday
got
game?
a third
Yeah,
star. I don't know about
could've.
that, but Paddock looked good. He made some big saves
Yeah.
here. We got to talk about that save
Oh,
that Paddock made.
Paddock's save.
Oof.
Yeah, like highlight of the year, I think so far.
Probably for the Pats. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
that was.
unreal.
Well, we were all just like, well, this is in, and you start thinking, it was just, yeah, brilliant. Just
And McNabb made one almost as good tonight. Going the other way, he slid over far enough and he
Right.
blocked it in the chest.
yeah, on
He got
the,
rid of the chest.
the
One of their
power
plays.
plays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that lateral movement was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good as
fantastic.
the Paddock one, but it was similar.
Not
just
as
going
flashy, but
It was a huge
that's
save.
tough. Moving across like that.
Yeah.
That was good movement. So
Anyways, yeah. Looking ahead here.
looking ahead here,
So PA, they're going to be out for blood now. Like they're going to be pissed.
yeah, they are going to be. But again, the last game we played them here, they didn't look fantastic, and that
No,
was
that's
with
true.
their full team,
Yeah.
Leeson and Scott in the net. So I don't know.
We can give them another run at least, right? Give them
Yeah.
a competitive game. Hopefully,
I think could be a close game. I wouldn't sell ourselves short. Our guys are going to have confidence now, and
Yeah, definitely.
so tough one to pick right now. Who knows? Going into Saskatoon on the Friday, we haven't seen them a lot. Again, we only had that one game against them. We beat them. That was the one in Regina.
The
That
shootout
was a
of 6-5.
Yeah, not a literal shootout, but
No,
figurative. Yeah,
yeah.
the back and forth game.
Both goalies pulled.
Yeah, one of the last good games we got to see.
Yeah, that's
with,
at home, right? That's good. That's an exciting game.
yeah.
That one.
The last ones though with Jake and Nick, one of the last big games
true.
we had with
Yeah.
them, and got to see them. They're fitting in pretty good in Lethbridge
speaking of
though.
them,
Yeah. 10 points between the two of them on Saturday, and
Yeah.
so
Lecition with an A as well.
yeah, he's moved up to an alternate captain, so good for them. It's good to see. I'm glad they're having success. I would never wish players like that were so important to our franchise to go somewhere and then not succeed. So, yeah, essentially, we're on the Kane train in that sense.
Yeah,
and hope
for
success for them. So,
I think they're gonna have to keep it up though, because they're gonna have to.
yeah,
They have to score their way through games. Like they played Kootenay and it was 8-4, but I mean they gave up 4 goals to Kootenay, right?
yeah.
Like they've traded away their best player 5 times, I think, right? So
yeah. So then they're gonna have a tough go against Red Deer is gonna be a decent team, and like we'll see. Anyway, back to Saskatoon. We haven't got to see them too much, but they've beat some teams. They beat PA once.
they're in second now. They're right behind, not right behind PA, but they're behind PA. They had a Moose Jaw by 5 points, but Moose Jaw has 5 games in hand on them.
Yeah,
So that's huge, right?
Moose
there.
Jaw's making a pretty strong push here too.
Yeah,
so.
you look at the loss column. You don't look at the wins. You look at the losses, and they've only got Moose Jaw has 3 less losses than Saskatoon. So that tells you the story right there.
Yeah.
So
they didn't lose any players to World Juniors, so they'll have their
No.
full lineup. Kirby Doc looking good still, and
yeah, he's right up there, leading
Yeah.
team in points.
so should be a good team. It'd be nice to beat them. We got it looked like Saskatoon Twitter and Regina Pat's Twitter got in a little brouhaha today. during
Going
the
at it
game.
today for some
I
reason.
didn't get to get into it as much because it was right during the PA game, but Pats do their normal tweet. They
They said,
score a goal.
Scholler scored a
cannon,
rocket,
right?
and
Saskatoon Blades Twitter comes out of nowhere and just says, "Delete your account." Like
like
that's all they said.
did they mistweet somebody?
I don't know if the guy. I'm gonna write it up to the guy has like 2 accounts on his phone and he did it on the wrong one or something stupid because
it was totally just out of context, right?
and bizarre for a quote unquote
team.
like professional
Yeah,
Twitter account.
a team account, not
Not like a
some-
fan account or something. To do that, I was like, this is weird. And then I
some old guy.
kind of got going. Yeah, I got a few little quick ones in there, but I was more interested in the game tonight than the
it's-
Twitter.
If it would have
Twitter
been a
battle.
blowout game, we would have been all over the
all
Twitter.
over, all over Saskatoon. And
Yeah. We had better things to do, like beat PA. So.
yeah, but it would be nice to win this one and tweet something back. But
yeah.
we'll see. They're a good team too, so we'll see how
Yeah.
that one goes. And then, do we still call it the toilet? We're not in the
No,
toilet.
we're not in the toilet.
okay.
We're out of the toilet.
But
bowl.
we still have it from the last.
I
one.
guess we did lose last
so.
time.
I think we have to beat Swift in order to hand
Officially
it
get
back.
out of it?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can throw it back at them. So, but I mean, Swift's no pushover. They took Moose Jaw to overtime
Twice,
2
yeah.
games in a row.
Right
so
after the break, yeah.
they got pumped tonight by Saskatoon.
Yeah.
but-
9-3.
So we'll see. We'll see. I want to win that game too.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
2 on the road back to back.
yeah. This Seattle game, I think the boys are gonna be a little tired after this one. So,
But
we'll
this is
see.
a winnable game. Seattle's right there with us.
They're not a good team.
no.
Where do you know where they are on their road trip? I guess it has to be
On their
pretty
road
much
trip.
near the start since
Yeah, I'm not
everyone's
sure.
just getting back.
Well, they've got 11 wins. We've got 12, but they've got more points than us, so we're right there with them, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
let's see the schedule here.
So we'll see the first time here since they beat us in the,
Yeah, the
finals, which was, but yeah, winnable game. They're struggling a little bit this year too after some successful years. So I don't know. You know, maybe it's the afterglow of after this win, but I feel like we could win a few of these games here.
Yeah, Swift Currents winnable, obviously. Saskatoon might be tough. The PA is going to be tough. And Seattle, I think, should be winnable.
Yeah.
It's their second game of the weekend. They play Friday in Brandon and Sunday here. So they
Okay.
get the day
Okay.
off. So
So
they might be a little well rested. That's the start of their trip. So
okay. So we'll see. At least a split we could do.
yeah, 2 and
Yeah.
2. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then right after that, we're another midweek game, and then 2 on the weekend, a Wednesday,
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday. So 3 weeks in a row here we got midweek games. So
Yeah. So hopefully they're well rested. This is a busy next couple of weeks.
yeah, this January is pretty busy.
Yeah. So speaking of busy and kind of getting tired, we were talking a little bit about some of these guys that might start feeling this season. If you're looking at all the young players we have, you look at just the volume of games that they've played in their careers up until this point, right? You look at the Russians, right? All our other rookies, Wright, Massier, Dubinsky. We're looking at guys that have not played. They play 30 games a year?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Like half.
Right? And
So-
are they practicing every day like they do with us? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm wondering, maybe that's what we started to see at the end of before Christmas. Guys just
Yeah,
wearing
burning out a
out.
bit.
Yeah, just getting tired, physically and mentally. Right? It's a long go here, and especially when you're not having that success. It's probably tough mentally to
Yeah,
keep
definitely.
it up. So,
But with our lack of injury situation right now, like we've only got one guy out, but you look, Wright and Massey both didn't play tonight. Dubinsky got back in the lineup. So
Yeah,
you give those
yeah.
guys a night off after playing 2 back-to-back games there, Thursday, Friday. So you get some fresh legs in with Dubinsky.
yeah,
Then you look at just our D situation is the only thing right now. We've only got 6D.
Yeah.
Mitchell is still with us, but is he going back? Is he staying? Like he was scratched again tonight.
McGinley.
McGinley, sorry.
Yeah. Right. I
So,
don't know,
but the forwards, at least they can rotate through.
True.
Give some guys some breaks. Those younger guys.
It's a nice change from a little while ago when we had defensemen playing up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Right. So Morrison's the only guy out still.
Yeah,
So,
no real, and Evans, of course, but
yeah, he'll. Yeah. So
yeah. So all in all, anything else you want to touch on this?
shout out to Jared Legion, expat
Right,
there.
right, yeah. So Scott at Fanaholic on Twitter, he posted that he had heard Vancouver picked up Jared Legion's right.
So I don't know if we still had him and we dropped him after Christmas or during
Right.
the Christmas break or what.
So I thought, well, because we had some inside information that,
Yeah, he was pretty happy in Yorkton.
yeah, and he seemed he was having a lot of success.
Well, he
and-
didn't. Last year, he didn't want to play out west. He wanted to be back close to home.
Yeah,
And by the sounds of it, and maybe there's some personal things going on there, he wanted to be close to home. So with Vancouver picking up his rights, it was kind of like, ooh, is he going to report?
right. Because he was never even on our list as a 20, right? He was gone.
He didn't
before
even
that.
come to camp. No,
Right.
he didn't want to come, and he was happy
Which is
in
fine.
Yorkton.
More power to him. So
Yeah.
then I heard, his rights are picked up by Vancouver. I thought, there's not a chance. Oh, lo and behold, he's playing, scores his first goal, puts up 2 assists. I think he had 3 points in his
Yeah.
first game with them.
Yeah.
So
Well, he was ripping it up in the SJ. He almost had
Yeah.
a goal a game with
Well,
Yorkton.
the guy's a pure goal scorer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, he's just, I still remember, and I think it could have been the turning. I kind of feel like Uncle Rico talking about what could have been, but
Yeah.
I was sitting there. I had lower seats for the final, Memorial Cup final, and he came in on that wing, the left wing, and just ripped it,
Right
and
off the crossbar.
just missed. And it was like,
It would have made it like 1-1 or 2-1.
I think it was
maybe.
1-1 or 2-1. And I mean, anyone that's at that game knows the energy that place was just ready to go off,
Yeah.
and there was just nothing to cheer for the whole game. If that thing would have,
Yeah. What if?
what could
if?
have been? Hey, yeah, it could have totally. That place would have erupted, and
And the guys get just the extra jump in the step. You score a goal, the whole team responds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
still,
Living in the
still
past.
a little raw. We're still
Yeah.
thinking about it, but but anyways, yeah. No, I hope I hope he has success there too. Vancouver's poised to make a bit of a push.
Yeah, they need some goal scoring, like we talked about when we played them. They don't give up many goals, but they don't score many either.
So for them to have a 20-year-old spot open and land a guy like that,
didn't have it open. Guy's been hurt for a while, so I think maybe they're testing the waters. We'll bring this guy
open-ish.
Yeah, so if this guy kind of looks good, maybe they drop the other guy.
Maybe, so, right? So,
well, they didn't have any scoring tonight. They got shut out in Calgary. So
okay, so I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, but they're sitting in a spot that could make some noise.
That BC division's wide open.
Yeah,
it's there for the taking to them for them. So,
a team that we need to, they get ignored. Not ignored, but just because we don't see them a lot. Everett is making a little bit of a name for themselves too. I think they're getting overshadowed here by PA, but they are rolling.
They have not missed a beat since last year.
No,
like
they lose arguably one of the best goalies in the country.
No,
in Carter Hart. Okay, not even an argument.
No, I don't think so.
But now their replacement is way down there in goals against too. He's below 2 in his goals against average now.
Yeah, he even looked good last year with the team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, they obviously had a good team, and you're like, oh, is it just the team or is it the goalies? Well, they're just rolling. They haven't missed a beat with him in net. So
yeah. So keep an eye out for them. Their record is outstanding since I think you messaged me last year. They're like 53 and something since
in the calendar year.
Yeah,
some 53 wins and 13
losses
or something.
So,
yeah, like it's second half of last year. This is minus the playoffs, but second half last year, first half this year.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this week's episode up. It was a fun week. Look forward to some more fun ones.
Our best week of the year, so
it is easily. So I'm happy to see. This is what we've been talking about. The team was never a bad team, just not winning games, and a few things had to click right and get some good bounces, and we got a few of them this week.
Yeah, definitely.
So hopefully we can keep up some of these things that are giving us some success. Really like to see that line, Nyhoff, Mahovlich, and Pierce keep playing together and put up some points.
Yeah, it's nice to see them, the starting lineup tonight.
Yeah, first line.
Yeah, so Joseph, Cole, they haven't been doing much lately. They were the quote-unquote fourth line tonight.
Yeah, not as much from them, but they have it. We've seen them play well, so they have the potential too. So you never know. If we get a couple decent lines rolling, and we could get some more wins.
Yeah, we can have some of these wins that aren't so close. Like we can score a few more goals rather than hanging on by one goal all the time. Like
and not so scared when we do have the lead. Maybe we'll have a bit of confidence.
We can score a couple goals. Like somebody just missed the open net tonight. It was Pierce. He had a wide open net like mid third period, or early third period. It was would have made it 3-1 and a little more comfortable.
Yeah,
because I didn't think we were going to hold on the whole game with a 2-1 lead.
I didn't either.
I didn't. As much as I love the team, I didn't think we were going to do it. But we did.
No, we did.
I was like, at least we can get it to overtime.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, we'll take a win any day.
Totally.
Any day.
Right on. So let's wrap this up. We will see you guys at the rink. Enjoy your New Year's. Be safe. And let's hope for some more fun.
All right. See you guys.
All right. Good night.
12.5 left in the third. Face off to the right of McNabb. Raiders net is empty. Pats up 2-1. Nyhoff in the draw against Montgomery. Montgomery wins it for Flogstad. Right point for Gregor. Snap shot blocked by Holmes. Comes left side. Paul hammers it wide. 6 seconds left. Puck to Robbie Holmes. Got it to center. Pahal slap shot at the horn of the Pats. And the Raiders, their first home loss of the season. 2-1 the final score. What a game. What a win. Dean McNabb, 43 saves. And the Pats do the impossible tonight. Unbelievable. 2-1 final score. What a victory.